Peace. This is King Noble, Black Supremacy. In this particular video, I want to reveal some very shocking facts that would blow most people's mind back. The fact that I want to touch on is that the average black male is a virgin, particularly when it comes to the black woman. The average black man has never had a black woman before. I know that's going to shock some people, and they say, clearly I'm married, clearly I got so many baby mamas, clearly I got girlfriends, if I'm a pimp I got hoes, or if I'm a trick or sugar daddy I got hoes. So clearly I've had some black women. Clearly I've had a black woman. I go to the strip clubs. If I'm from Chicago, I've had plenty of bust downs. And like I said, hell, I'm even married. I've definitely had plenty of black women. But the truth, black man, is until we have overthrown white supremacy and liberated our family, ourselves, and our black woman from under white supremacy, we do not have a black woman, nor have we ever had one. While many of us have been the man of a woman, we have been some woman's man, we ourselves have never had a black woman, because our woman belongs to the white man. Our woman belongs to the institution of white supremacy. She belongs to the system. And we can visit her, and we can even be her man if she allow us to be. But she'll never be our woman. We'll never have a woman until we overthrow the system of white supremacy. It's impossible. Her man is the white man. Her man is the system. Her man is her protector. Her man is her defender. Her man is who can truly provide for her. And we know who's doing all the providing. We know who provides the electricity. We know who provides the gas. We know who provides the water, the jobs. We know who provides everything. So the true man in our society is the provider, which is the white man. We wonder why the black woman don't listen to the black man, why we have all these domestic and relationship issues in our households. It's because we're not the man. We're just a boy friend. We're not the real man. We're a mate, but we're not the man. As long as the system of white supremacy continues to exist, we won't be the man in our household until we set up our own separate nation, separate country, independent and self-sufficient and self-sustainable. Until we set up our own reality as men, then we can actually have a woman. Until then, we'll just be virgins. We'll never have a black woman. And until you get from under white supremacy, you don't even know what having a black woman is, really. You know what having a liability is. You know what having somebody to argue with is. You know what having stress is. You know what having a headache is. But you don't really know what having a black woman is. Because most of the times, we want our women to support us. But how are they going to give us support if we're not building nothing? If we're not really establishing nothing? All we got is a job. All we got is a man. We're trying to be her man. And we got a man, our boss, at work. The white supremacy has become the man of the black man. We are experiencing social, economic homosexuality because we have to listen to, follow the rules, and abide by the household of the white man, because we can't build nothing independent and self-sufficient from his reality. So we got a man ourselves. Really, the white man today is in a polygamous relationship with the black woman and the black man. It may be non-sexual physically, but economically, psychologically, and even spiritually, the white man has become our man in our society. And I know this is going to hurt some people. These are some harsh facts that our people are going to have to accept. Here it is, some of you are 30 years old. in your late 20s, in your mid 20s. Some of you are hell even 50, 40. Some of you even 65 years old. Gotta live with the fact that you've probably never ever even had a black woman before. She had you, and she got the white man to make sure that she got you, because she got child support. She got 911 on speed dial where she can call them right away to make sure she got you under control and in order. But you ain't got her, and she'll tell you what it's going to take for you to get her. And in order to get her, it usually means you're going to have to please her real man, which is the white man. You're going to have to bow down to his system and his reality. You're going to have to accept white supremacy. You're going to have to accept your slave master in order to have her. That's a fact. And she really ain't even got to listen to you because, hell, you're not even looked at as a man in this society. So you're not even worth listening to. Hell, she don't have to listen to you. She can do her own thing. And we wonder why our women have become lesbians and dykes and butches. It's because we've yet to become real men. Our men have become more bitches than the white bitch. We want the immediate gratification of materialism and comfort. We don't want no hardships. We don't want to be soldiers. We don't want to be warriors. We don't want to go through nothing. To go through the rites of passage or the initiation to earn our respect among the Netero, among nature. So we want comfort now. We want luxury. That's why we're so materialistic. It's all about a dollar. It's all about money, because we don't want to be soldiers. We don't want to learn how to go out in the middle of nowhere and learn how to survive, learn how to live on our own, learn how to build our own, learn how to establish our own. We just want a job. Hell, we want a job at McDonald's, a job at KFC, a job in corporate America. We want to be employed by somebody. We're seeking employment. We're seeking to be somebody else's bitch from 9 to 5. And then we think we're going to go home and our black woman is going to respect us, knowing we've been a hoe all day long. Then we don't want to follow the white man's rules. We don't want to live by the rules of his society. But how can if we don't have the courage and the confidence and the clarity to go out and create our own? We look at as being a soldier as something poverty, something poor, something lesser. You're greater in your mind than having to be a soldier. What the hell is wrong with you, black man? How the hell could you be greater than having to go through soldiering and being a soldier? You gotta get rich quick scheme, because you don't want to crawl before you walk. You want to fly before you even crawl. So you're looking for get rich quick schemes, ways to get money, ways where you can get money now because you don't want to go through nothing. But see, a man is tried and true, tested and true. So a real man, a real soldier, a real warrior is willing to endure hardships, is willing to endure the uncomfortable nature of things, is willing to go through the hard part, the difficult, willing to take on difficult tasks, willing to test his endurance, willing to fortify his mental and his psychological strength. See, a real man is not looking to be under no white supremacy, looking to be under no white man. A real man is living every day to create and develop his own. And some of you men have made up an excuse that we at least got to be under the white man till we build our own. We at least got to be under him and then we build up. No. You have to be tested in nature. You have to be fortified to be able to transcend the obstacles in order to truly earn your freedom and your liberation. See, we think freedom comes with paperwork. We think freedom comes with documentation. We think freedom comes with getting permission from him to be free. No. Freedom comes from you perfecting your ability to survive against any and against all. You elevating your level of survival. If you can elevate your level of survival against all, independently and self-sufficiently, then you will be truly free. That's a fact. Until you can do that, you're just a slave. You're still under the white man. You think just because you got money, you're free, but yet you're still dependent on him for everything. You don't even have an idea, a system, a methodology of how you can survive in any way without him. And you're scared to do it, and you look at those who are doing it as poor, and, oh, y'all don't want nothing, and y'all not about getting this money, and this, that, and the other. No, we're coming up with ways to be totally self-sufficient, totally self-sustainable, outside of his reality. We're cracking the code, completely breaking through. Because in order to have our own, we must be able to establish our own. Look at the Amish people. Look Look at the Quakers. Look at the Native Americans. We must establish and build our own and learn how to survive on our own. Period. We must become soldiers. We must become true warriors. And until that day comes, we will never have a black woman. Because we're nothing to be respected. Because we fear building and establishing our own. So, that's what I want to touch on in this video. If you want the black woman back, you want a good relationship. Some people ask me for relationship advice. My only advice is become a real man. When a black woman realizes that you can stand against everything and you fear absolutely nothing, and that you can hold yourself against anything, then she'll respect you. Then the magnetism will draw her to you, and then you'll have a woman, one who will listen, be humble, respect you. You will make the rules. You'll make the order. She won't be playing with this matriarchal bullshit, this feminist bullshit, this semi-lesbian consciousness bullshit that she's got going on in this society. She won't be playing with that, because she respects a real black man who can establish and build his own and manifest his own reality. She won't be talking about, well, I don't know about polygamy. You gonna accept polygamy if we have built our own society and we taking care of everything. We make the rules and make the laws. So the only thing that can stop us from manifesting the polygamy we want to create, or the reality we want to create, is really us not being able to stand against the white man. Because if you knock the white man out the picture, we're going to have it however we want to have it as men. And so you already know that. We're going to set up a society however we want it. We make the laws, we make the rules. That scares some people. Well, they're saying, I don't want to see you make them. But you accepting all the white man making all the laws and making the rules right now, and you don't have a problem with it. You call it democracy, you call it Americanism, you call it patriotism. But the whole idea of a black man making up all the rules and making up all the laws and creating his own society makes you jump and makes you have fear. But you accept the white man making his laws and rules right now with no problem. And if I speak against his laws and his rules in his society, you call me a terrorist. Huh? You say I'm un-American. You say it's sedition. You say it's this, that, and the other. But if I make up my own rules and laws, you're scared. You're scared of what the black man is going to do and what's going to create. You're scared of black imperialism, black rulership, but you accept white imperialism. So the point that I'm making is, if we really want to have our women, we truly must elevate ourselves to become true men, true warriors, true gods. And we're not going to do that working for this white man and his system and in his society. We got to be willing to go out in the middle of nowhere if necessary and forge our own. We must rediscover America like Columbus did. See, I give Columbus a little bit of credit, even though I realize he's a goddamn devil. He did discover America, even though it was people already over here. He just discovered it, but he had the courage. Him and that whole slave colony of crackers that came from Europe, they had the courage to come over here to this land and create their own, try to find something outside of the oppression that they was getting from their people in Europe. They wanted to create their own land. They was escaping the tyranny that was going on in Europe, so they had the courage to come over here to sail the seas, not even knowing where the hell they was going, to come over here and build their own. So they discovered what was undiscovered to them, and they had the courage to come out here not knowing what it was, and to build their own society and their own world with the help of the Native Americans and Moors and whoever the hell else was over here, and they did it. And now we're seeing what they have done and what they have built. This is the byproduct of it. Of course, they created slavery and all this other stuff, but the black man ain't willing to go out and discover. He can't get himself from under the white man. He will not discover an unincorporated land or anything in this country. He will not discover anything. He wants somebody to give him something. He don't have the heart to go and discover something. He won't leave his neighborhood, his block. He won't go out in the middle of the woods, in the middle of the tropics. He won't do anything to build his own society because he's stuck on a white man and think he's going to get some respect from the black woman. And he don't have the courage to go out and forge and build his own. He won't leave the city. This is King Noble. Join my website, www.kingnobleBlackRulership.com.